There we okay. Wow, my computer's lagging a little bit today. It just kind of like froze there for a minute, and then ta-da, we're on. No animated transition or anything. Thanks,
Wow.
Thanks, Streamlabs. I appreciate everything you do for me. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Killing in the Name, our Exalted saga. Thanks for being here. Thanks for checking out the stream. Thanks for supporting any way you see fit. We left off with some. We had a big old fight last week. Ended with just enough time to sort of regather our thoughts after beating up an Amphilesia and excuse me, beating up an Amphilesia and its Anhul cohorts, and it seemed like everyone was keen to sort of take a breather in this tea house that they find themselves in within the grand internal workings of She Who Lives in Her Name. But what's that shaking the head there, Vixie? What's...
Nothing. I'm just saying, I keep forgetting we're inside of She Who Lives in Her Name. That's all.
So, the ichor on the walls is quickly evaporating. Yes, nothing like innards. The smells like home cooking. Oh, and also one of our heroes suffered the ultimate badass sacrifice. Cobalt, upon taking an attack from the Amphilesia, lost their armor and one of their eyes. So, what is everybody doing immediately after that fight?
I think Kyrie had just was helping, Cobalt to get to a better seat.
Okay.
So they were currently allowing themselves to be herself to be used as a crutch or an armrest.
Sure.
She brings Cobalt to one of the tables that's set up in this tea house.
And Radiant was looking for different, well, at this point had found different herbs and such in the tea house to be used as medicine for future poison encounters.
Yep.
Because those just keep happening.
Beryl, what are you up to?
I think at this point, Beryl's going to reach into the satchel where I'd stowed away the bottle of alcohol and set it down, giving it some serious side-eye, and then just, out of spite, taking the top off and tipping it over.
Okay.
I can't trust it, and I don't like liquor I can't trust.
All right. There is
to the floor.
There is something. There is something sort of unnerving about this place. Is that that sort of din of conversation is still going on. You can hear other people talking in this room. You can't make out specific conversations, but there is it's almost like a recording.
Has Radiant heard words repeat, as if it's an enchantment of the same conversation, like a recording, like a magical recording? Has Radiant heard the same words repeat at all?
I would like you to roll.
Excuse me.
Roll me perception investigation.
Alrighty. That's a. Can I double a 10?
Oh yeah, 10's count for 2.
Okay, so that's 3 successes.
Okay. You do actually recognize some words repeating. You hear the city. You hear the name Prasad repeat a few times.
Prasad, what would Radiant know? Like, the name? That's a name, right?
You would know that is a name you would know very well, especially as being a sailor on the Dreaming Sea.
Should I do a lore check?
Um,
Or whatever that check is?
Well, give me just a second. Prasad, especially given your background, I'm gonna say. What do you have any dots in lore?
I could use sail.
Oh yeah, sail would absolutely get it for you. Let me. That's out in the threshold. It's down in the southeast. Where is the write-up on Prasad? Wait. Where is the write-up on Prasad?
Did a secrets cast perform name pilfering practice on it?
Okay. All right. You know what? If it's not in there, it's going to be in the Dragon Blooded book. Let me. Because it is. Where is Beyond the Realm? Looks like. Okay. I am losing my mind. And now I can't find it in Empire Prasad. Here we go. God damn it. Okay. God, like Onyx Path. I love you, but come on.
Dense books. These are dense.
Yeah. Oh, because it's Kamthahar. Prasad is the capital of Kamthahar. Or Kamthahar is the capital of Prasad. That's what it is. So Prasad is an empire that stretches throughout the southeast.
Okay.
Its capital is Kamthahar. Capital of the Empire of Prasad is starkly divided by caste and clan. Each clan maintains its own walled compounds within the city. I would not be surprised if it was one of the ingredients in Tiger Bomb.
It's Camphor. I was just being funny.
Well, okay, these guys get their names from somewhere. You know, like that. Like there is a city in this place called Gethsemane, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the name of the location where Christ was crucified. So,
Gethsemane?
It's spelled like Gethsemane, Gethemane.
Yeah, that's Gethsemane where Christ was. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's also a city in creation.
Word.
Untouchables and other low-caste clans dwell and squalor at the city's edge. Closer to the center, the manors of high-caste clans tower amid encircling gardens, their facades engraved with elaborate imagery. At Kamthahar's heart rise the palatial compounds of the Dragon Caste, dominated by the twin fortresses of clans Barano and Ophrys. Basically, it is a dragon-blooded empire away from the realm.
Okay. A dragon-blooded empire that is definitely not like a one-for-one from any other caste system that we know about.
Oh.
In the real world.
Oh. Oh.
Um,
Let me turn that down just a bit. Okay. One book that I haven't shared with you guys is Exalted Essence, mainly because it's an entirely different rule set. But one of the cool things about Exalted Essence is that it gives you sort of Cliff's notes on a lot of the major cities in creation, and even includes sidebars of saying like, we based this on this city at this time period in this empire kind of thing. So like when they get into talking about like caste systems and stuff like that, it's like, no, this is where we drew it from. There are ones that say like, yeah, we drew this one from the caste system of the Indian subcontinent, whereas we drew this one from the caste system of another place where it was an issue.
Because this sounds like Thai India. Like,
okay, that's wouldn't surprise me.
Okay, so yeah, Radiant is familiar with this, I guess, and it's just so why she's thinking, why is it saying Prasad over and over? She lets the rest of the group know of this. Why is it saying this one city over and over again? Is what she's thinking to herself.
Beryl. Oh, you're thinking
Yeah.
of yourself. You're not going to share that with the group.
No, she's like saying it all out too.
Okay.
Does this sound familiar to anyone else? Or just...
Anyone can roll a perception investigation to see if they recognize it.
That's this many.
Perception.
I didn't roll a 1. But I got
Investigation,
nothing
got
else.
None. I only get 4.
I'm hurting because of my wounds right now.
Yep. I rolled a 3, a 5, and a 6. Oh wait, hold on.
I had 4 dice. 3 of them were 10s.
I had to
Yay!
re-roll because I'm at a -2 with my wound penalties. So my 1 die, I got a 4.
Oh no.
I
okay.
got.
Wait. You got a 4 on your 1 die.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, so you're just
Uh-oh,
rolling the 1 die. Okay, so that's a failure. Like, I got nervous. I'm like, you got a 4. Were there any 1s in there? No, it was a 4. Sorry.
Oh, damn.
What?
In the chat, apparently 6 successes from Kyrie.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Nice.
I had 4 pips in just perception, nothing in investigation. So I rolled those 4 dice, and 3 of them were 10s.
Damn.
We'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna complain. Thank you, dice gods.
Beryl, you can't make anything out. Kyrie, 6 successes. You can make out distinct conversation. But no one's saying anything about Prasad. In fact, you sort of stop and focus on one of the conversations being had, and you can remember this conversation. You remember hearing someone. It's bringing this deja vu effect of someone had this conversation at a bar you were in.
So is it plain? Sorry, did she say that out loud?
I was about to say, so I have a question before I go into how Kyrie would approach this. Is this river speak, or is this the other language? That I don't know the name.
It's low
I
realm.
forget it. It is low. Okay. So
What
it's
did-
low realm.
What did I hear it in?
What languages do you speak again?
I speak 3 languages. Give me a second. I speak tribal tongue, river speak, and forest tongue.
Which tribal tongue do you speak?
It just said tribal tongue of a Southwest Islander.
Okay.
Or Southeast Islander.
Yeah, you, it was in that, you know, because it's on the Dreaming Sea, we'll call it Dream Tongue.
Dream tongue? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you heard it in Dream Tongue.
Okay.
We'll say that Dream Tongue sort of, because of its geographic location, sort of right between what is generally considered the South and the East, it's sort of an amalgamation of Flame Tongue and Forest Tongue, with some loan words that were picked up from dealing with fair folk.
Okay. So that's what I'll put for my tribal tongue then?
Yeah.
Dream tongue. Okay. Cool. Love that.
So we heard it first. I'm wondering if there's anything that I might be able to use to further kind of suss this out, because I have 0 in investigation.
Does she share with the class?
Good question. She's not. All right, I think she is. What I think Kyrie is going to do in this moment is just sort of look around at this, like in a way where you're like, this is strange, like listening, and says, "Do you hear the talking?" This
Not
seems
in any
familiar.
way that's clear.
It seems
I
familiar.
mean-
Like I've heard it before.
I keep hearing the same word over and over again. It's like they are saying, I hear a few things here and there, like that they're mentioning the country. It's a country, right?
Yeah.
The country, Persad, that mostly dragon-born area.
And that is not what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a familiar conversation at the bar.
One
It's-
you've heard
Are you-
before?
The conversation, Kyrie, the conversation you're hearing is, it's sort of just soldiers bragging about what they've done on the battlefield, trying to one-up each other.
I missed a word when I was talking because I was trying to deal with my cat.
Oh, sorry.
But yes. No, I said it was something that I've overheard at the bar before. Soldiers bragging about their accomplishments. They were speaking low realm, I think.
So you're hearing low realm.
Indeed, I am.
Because I don't understand low realm. I speak dream tongue. I hear it in dream tongue. The
Interesting.
local language of the dream sea.
She looks around in a way that, like, she's suspicious of this place. That kind of says she's suspicious of this place, and she says, "I wonder if this environment is simply designed to be a sort of trap."
To make you feel too at home. Like, read your thoughts, make you feel at home. Like in a dream.
Exactly. All the better to gain your trust and have you drink the poisoned tea.
Yeah.
I'm still sorry about that.
It's not your fault.
You
Yes.
couldn't have known.
To be fair, the devil offers you a tea, and he's not righteous. You say no.
I hope Cobalt smiles a little.
Cobalt will give a grimace and just for the first time since like that combat and their brush with death seems to relax their like shoulders a bit as they just they're not blinking at you. They definitely give you a wink and just the corner of their mouth curls up further than you've seen as far as a smile, and it's like a little bit of the weight of the world just kind of rolled off of them in that moment.
Aww. Guys, we just had an anime friendship moment.
The power of friendship.
The power of friendship. And demons.
Well,
Well,
I mean, I have a sword that changes colors. We're already in Demon Slayer now, aren't we?
oh my god, we're in a magical girl anime.
Yay.
I'm realizing Barrel's physique, he is built like Sig Curtis from Full Metal Alchemist, so he would have that, like, bro-y bit, but also with the belly.
Fantastic.
You've heard of the strongest family? The Armstrong.
No, not those ones, but the one that, like, has the muscle off with the
Yes,
Armstrong
okay,
family.
yes.
Basically, good husband to the other alchemist that can do the clap.
Yes,
They can do the what now?
Clap.
The clap.
the clap.
Okay. That's
She can auto scan or auto alchemy
Auto
without actually
alchemy.
like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't that Edward's teacher?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Whoops,
Anyway.
Anyway. Anyway.
Back to it. Sorry.
Nerds.
Does it sound like the audio is coming from any particular part of the tea
Yeah,
shop,
like
or is it
some
just
foci or
fully ambient?
something.
it's actually it's coming from all over. Like it's almost like you can hear it coming from different directions, almost like the tables are full, but there's no one here.
I don't like that. I don't like surround sound creepy magic. That's bad.
Oh,
Perhaps we should leave.
I'm right there with you, to be honest.
Perhaps we should leave. Is this place as safe as we think it is with this?
I doubt
feel
it.
like- Cobalt, do you have the capability to keep moving?
I can. I am going to be hurting for a bit until we can get some proper rest.
I can help you. Do not worry about this.
I feel like we should take some rest while we can. If nothing is hostile at the moment. Like, sorry. So, Will, is there like a and we take a rest mechanic?
It's downtime, basically. Which, as far as you can tell, you guys are safe right now.
Radiant.
As far as we can tell.
Yeah.
Radiant does push, like, we should rest while we can. If nothing's actively attacking us, this is gonna be as good as we can get in Radiant's approximation.
I read something, but my cat's trying to chew on my fingers and my cables, so... Ugh, why do you like this?
There, as you guys are sort of like trying to use this place as you can, the door slides open. Not the one that you guys came through, the one on the opposite side.
Kyrie is has her sword unsheathed immediately at the sound of someone else coming in.
Yeah,
She's-
bows up.
And
I pick up a chair.
Valid.
And it's you with the steel chair.
Jackie Chan style, let's go.
I just try and stare out of my one good eye. Still not
The
quite used
one
to this here.
good eye.
there's walking through the door, walking on its hind legs, is something resembling a hyena beast man.
Oh, great. Love that face.
Is he hot?
Hold on.
Just wondering.
Yeah, beastmen are not
Fans.
uncommon in creation, and they're actually usually pretty okay.
Yeah, they're usually good. Okay, folks. This one, though, is clearly the pattern on his torso is sort of like moving a bunch, and his head, like the back of it, his mane, what would normally be sort of like a very kempt mane of a thing, is kind of like wild and sort of stringy and sort of moving of its own volition, almost like he was underwater. He has long flowing hair on his forearms and shins. From underneath that hair, you can see that he has his feet are cloven hooves. And he has a pair of large bird wings.
Pick an animal, man. Figure it out.
I mean, chimeras are like that. Anyway,
Chimeras are a lunar thing, actually.
Yeah, chimeras are also a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he walks in, but he's like, he walks through the door and is like stretching a little bit. Like stretching his wings, not in though he's in that he's going to be like about to take off, but just kind of like
sweepy,
like not necessarily just like, oh, it's been a long day kind of thing. And he walks in and sort of like stretches his arms and wings out. It's like, oh, Orvo, it has been a day, my friend. If you have some poison for me, I would. Who the fuck are you?
bunch of people with swords and shit.
Allow me to present you this freshly dusted off seat.
Do your lunar shit, brother. Do your lunar shit.
Yeah. Who's Orvo?
The T-Man.
T-Man. Is the corpse still in the room with us? Or did it dissipate?
Oh, it dissipated.
Okay.
Oh, thank God. I was gonna say.
That would have been a
Thanks,
very
Lord
funny
Victor.
thing. This is not the corpse you're looking for.
Yeah.
You know what? He's not in at the moment, but if you'll just tell me what you'd like, I happen to be a fairly fine confectioner and fabricator of various beverages. So, and I will just squiddly roll over the bar and, get together a teapot, put it on top of a fire, and go, can you point to your favorite? It'll be on the house.
I would like you to roll me. Okay, what is it? Is it, what are you trying to do here? Are you trying to persuade or instill?
Probably just persuade that we're not a threat and that he can just go about his business without problems. So
Sure.
After
All right.
approaching the inn with all of our weapons drawn.
Then roll me manipulation socialize.
Socialize. Okay.
And I'm going to give you 2 dice for the stunt.
This is where I'm good.
And I want you to know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be rolling 4 dice over here as well. For a
Nice.
reason.
For reasons and stuff.
So with an automatic success from a 2 die, that is a 5.
A 5. Okay. Let me just look at this thing's stats.
Oh, and I'll get my last willpower back. Those 2 die stunts are valuable.
They sure are. Okay. Oh, if you're offering that, how can I say no? And walks over and takes a seat at the bar. You I don't remember seeing you around here. What whose soul are you?
Funny story about that. I, right now, am not sure whose soul I belong to. But I just got here like a day and a half ago. I'm getting my bearings straight, and not everything's fallen back into place. I think I got, You ever get into a really bad fight and forget who you are the next day?
Oh, all too well. All too well.
But you know, the one thing I can say, reaches out and with like a, the end of his cephalopodic hand, like gets onto a glass jar near the top shelf and pulls it down, without it breaking or anything. It just goes, pretty useful skills though. So, what can I get you?
I'll take a Jormungandr.
Jormungandr. Okay. Can I read any of the labels?
Do you know Old Realm?
I know High Realm, not Old Realm.
Then you cannot read any of the labels.
No.
I know one of us knows Old Realm.
That would be our cycloptic friend over here.
I look over to Cobalt and I'm just like, oh, you know what? Hold on, I have a charm for this. I'm going to.
You have the body language charm. I love that.
I have. Yes. So that one is glance oration technique. Yep. So I will activate that for 3 motes, and that is use body language to convey an influence role or a single sentence. And it's, buddy, I can't read this. Please, he's looking at me. Just point to the jar. I'm so glad I took
Cobalt.
That.
Cobalt. You do catch that, and
right.
you can read the jar from there. And there's a up at the top there is a jar labeled Jormungandr XXX floor event only.
Floor event or floor event?
Floor event. It's one word. Floor event. FLORIVET. Floor event.
Oh boy. I don't even know what that means.
I don't speak Old Realm, so I can't help.
And Cobalt's just gonna try and laser dog like an eye looking at a stake, just waiting, honing in on that bottle, and making the connection. Says to them, actually, after dealing with this nasty itch, I'm gonna go for one of those as well, though the XXX stuff, if you can.
Fair enough.
And
Will,
push the label a little more.
How would I read Cobalt's direction and guidance then? Is that more of a perception and
yeah. Well, I think laceration technique, it does allow you to sort of okay. When you say the XXX stuff, this hyena man looks down at you, because he is very tall. Looks down at you and just wait a minute. How have you had the XXX stuff? That stuff's just supposed to be for me. That's my special stash.
Anyway.
Well, I figured if you were going to be drinking, you wouldn't want to be drinking alone.
Wait a minute. And he's looking right at you, Cobalt. Are you one of the princes?
I'm hurting right now, but I'm contemplating this.
I'm gonna reach up and grab the jar that Cobalt indicated and just be like, "This is yours, right?"
Who are you holding it towards?
Oh, towards the hyena man, who I'm assuming is
that's my stuff. And which sort of looking back at Cobalt, if this guy's
there's dust on the top. This hasn't been opened in a while. He's just messing with you.
Well,
I
I mean, that I can appreciate the jabs, but are you one of the princes?
If I was one of the princes, how disappointed do you think I would be if you didn't recognize me?
There have been casualties out there. They're inducting new princes every day. And there's only so many of us, so many of you guys out there. My apologies, Prince.
I think Barrel's old enough to figure out that he means like the main Exalt.
I should have made you roll for that, but this is where we live now.
I think Kyrie's going to add to the illusion of like that whole prince idea by just kind of standing by Cobalt the way that like a soldier or a knight would.
We're both Cobalt's generals now.
Exactly.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly. You
fall
got
into-
what I'm putting down.
I look at you. We both fall into line.
Yes, like immediately.
It's like and like seeing the two of you sort of like fall in place, like, yep, nope, I see it now. Prince never goes anywhere without his harem.
It's a time period thing. Yep. Okay.
Kyrie definitely pops an eyebrow up at that, like an eyebrow just raises, like, excuse you.
Well, if there's anyone that would be happy to share a Jormungandr with, it would be a Green Sun Prince.
That's an infernal, right?
Yep.
That is a colloquialism for an infernal exalted.
Now we're handing some pretty aggressive poison. So with the last little second of my, speech and body language, I just indicate as I'm prepping the teacups, you just don't drink that. Just don't. It'll go badly.
It'll go just so bad.
Oh, is that with a glanceration technique?
Yeah, just gonna don't drink that to Cobalt.
So as you prepare this tea, it actually smells delightful. It does. There's a sharp and sweet citrus smell to it. Like not quite as sweet as a yuzu, but not quite as sharp as a lemon kind of thing. It's like somewhere in between there. And then as the aroma sort of moves like towards the back of your throat, it sort of changes into this sort of like spicy, almost cayenne kind of experience towards the back of your throat.
Like poison, dude.
And he, raises his glass and cheers.
You have 1 hit point. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm aware.
I think as you start to toast, Kyrie places a hand over the cup. We've already had quite enough today, Your Highness. Are to dictate what you do with your life, but if we are to return to the battlefield, it would be best to attempt to do so with a sober mind.
You're going back to the battlefield like that?
She gives like this glance, like like that like, oh my god, it's not the bombastic side eye, it's the side eye that you get when you said something dumb and your mom gives you this look like you want to keep going with this train of thought. Like it's hard to explain, but that's like the vibe.
Yeah.
Immaculate side eye.
Yeah. The immaculate side eye. Is that a technique? Can I use immaculate side eye technique?
It needs to be if it isn't, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Pretty sure that's what Beryl was doing.
Onyx Path, get on that. I know alchemicals is just about done, but what's going to be after that? It's going to be Gatinians or Infernals. So yeah, they need immaculate side eye.
Immaculate side-eye technique.
Her just foot slowly starts to come out of her shoe, and I know I fucked up.
Immaculate
Just do
chocolate
the reach.
technique.
Yes.
The quick draw chancla.
Chancla or sandal, like in language of your choosing. Apparently that is the universal, like.
It's just
universal feature.
that's what is it? It's the item that we have, or the magical items in
Yes.
this. What is it?
Get a sandal.
Artifact sandal.
Artifact sandal.
So they're going to carefully consider Kyrie's words and just give a glance over to Beryl with an ever so slight like shake of their head, where there's like a little bit of disappointment that they in fact handed me the poison, and they're a little panicking with everything that they've been through. But in taking Kyrie's words in, they just kind of nod their head.
Oh, go ahead.
Our job is not yet done, and if we are to discover and deal with other solars that come around, we should have our wits about us.
And that's on me. I should have known better than to. But to your point, and he points to the hyena, I'd never underestimate a Green Sun Prince. When they look like they're at their worst, that means that they're having fun. And, well, I've been injured enough by that kind of fun before, which is why I'm serving. So, I'll take this back and just hold on to it until you're ready. Maybe put a little ice in it, I don't know. Is it good iced?
It's good no matter how you take it. And he, although, as he's about to take it, like, puts it down. Can't drink alone.
Fair, and knowing this, it'll probably kill me. Again.
Really?
I don't know what this body can handle yet. I've been around for 36 hours. Actually, does time pass normally here?
The hell is time?
It's a good question. That's for the monks to talk about. It's not my thing. Not my cuppa, if you will.
I see what you did there.
Here, I'll wash these, and I just collect both of them and put the jar back where it belongs and set everything back to where it's at.
So, tell me about some of your escapades. He says, sort of clapping you on the back, Cobalt. What's what battles you been a part of? Where you been
This crate, now lie in it.
where you been stationed?
I'm going to be very careful on what I say and how I deal with this. They're going to
Like that one.
think back for a moment. Primarily, I was dealing with a lot of work near the elemental pole of fire. There's a lot of loose djinn there that can stoke the hell engines. Possibly cutting deals with them, maybe entrapping them. I've dealt with djinn a lot. And if there's one thing that the Burning Star is known for, it's walking through those hellfires unscathed.
New alias, I like it.
Well,
Gotta have a Green Sun Prince moniker.
yeah. That's you, the Burning Star. Yeah, well, the honor and privilege is mine. Floravet, the Whim of the Wind.
Just so, can I lore on them in case I have heard of them and sort of push that narrative a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead and roll intelligence. This is going to be intelligence occult.
Perfect.
Oh, that's like 10 dice for you.
Like, I am here for that. I hate asking this question because it's gonna. I'm gonna be stressed out by the end of the session again, guys. If this is right, does my specialty in occult creatures of darkness count?
Yeah, it does.
Oh no!
I did not want that die. All right.
So you actually want to roll low in this case.
You know, well, I'm
Why?
at -4, but my base is 11 then with the specialty.
Does injury penalties affect mental things?
Will's really trying to drive this hammer into me.
As your cumulative damage and health track, he receives a dice penalty. All rolled actions. Yep.
You have a penalty.
Yep. I'm okay with that. All right, so let me roll here. We got 7 dice. And that is at least 2 10s and a 9.
Yay.
3 1s. No, I don't. So 5 successes.
5 successes. Yeah, that's enough. That's more than enough. Ahem. Once, Florivet was given the title Masterful Scholar by his master, or Arabalus. Eventually, though, something changed in the scholarly creature, and he fled libraries of the End of All Wisdom for the adventures of Cecilene's open sands and the wind through his feathers and fur. Arabalus stayed his wrathful hand, punishing him with only a tiny curse. Forevermore, Florivet would be called the Whim of the Wind, blown hither and yon on a land ship made of his own bone and sand-hued sails. He replaced his bones with red glass blown from the sands of Cecily. Florivet loves to skirt the edge of the terrible hell deserts, sometimes with creation's strange blue sky tinting the horizon, though he seldom ventures farther. Embracing his new identity as an adventurer, Florivet truly came to embody everything that was worse about such gadabouts. He is a drunkard and a womanizer, constantly seeking adventure over the horizon. He takes rejection from beauties with good temper, though he often mocks them once he's had something to drink. He has little tolerance for sobriety, his own primarily, though he hates to drink alone. Occasionally, though, those who spurn his advances raise his ire, and he mars their beauty forevermore, scarring them horribly with bilious, cutting cruelty.
All right.
Remember that whole I can kill an idea?
Yeah.
Can you kill the idea of a fuckboy?
Absolutely.
Wondering.
So-
Just for the girls.
For the girls. Oh, I have plans. Yep, we got plans now.
Yep.
Cobalt's going to process this and think very carefully because this is. He somehow became worse than just being a demon. And he's going to reach down into his.
I will
knapsack.
point out the other thing that you know about him is that makes him a second circle demon.
I was not thinking if he's riding in a ship made of his own bones. They're gonna reach down in their knapsack and pull out the tome that they got from Spada Azul's library.
Okay.
Which I believe was the brass chorus. I've got it in my notes here.
Mm-hmm.
And for honoring decorum and respect, I wish to impart something to you that may make you remember how things were before your fall. A gift from my own personal collection, and they pass them the tome.
Oh, that book from earlier.
Yeah.
We've already
Where's the
read
book?
the diary, so yeah.
Was the book too?
We never really delved into and found out. I was looking for Sorcerious texts.
Ah.
But I see an avenue and I'm just, let's push it a little bit.
Flora takes the book. Brass chorus. It's been a long time. Opens it up and starts sort of flipping through some of the pages. This takes me back.
You would do well to remember that in any adventure, interjected and sprinkled with a bit of knowledge, riddles, mysteries, magic, makes it all the more wonderful, and to places that you'd never expect that you'd find yourself at. Sometimes you need to remember the path you came from to further move where you are.
Are you seriously trying to LeVar Burton this guy right now?
No,
Suddenly
I'm
reading Rainbow.
I mean, I guess yes, but not. I'm trying to delve into the before curse persona to sort of
No,
like.
I see what you're doing,
yeah.
but just the way you said
Reading
it was just
Rainbow.
Yeah, exactly. Take a look. It's in a book.
In a book.
Reading
Oh my God,
Rainbow.
Um,
You know, yes, except I have one eye and Geordie LaForge has none.
So again, is this going to be more of a persuade or an instill?
This is more of an instill. I'm not actually trying to persuade him of anything. I'm
Sure.
trying to instill. Let's go with trying to instill a tie in him, like towards us or myself. Like we're trying to promote, like, oh, there's some camaraderie. There's some maybe friendship or good vibes.
Sure.
Not trying to
Endearment.
charm the dude, but
Endearment. Yeah, there we go. All right, go ahead and roll. Yeah, that's going to be manipulation, socialize.
I don't know how good I'm gonna be at this. Oh, that is a solid 3 dice. So I'm at -1.
Well, you're always going to roll 1 die. At least 1. So.
Do you want this guy alive? Just out of curiosity. Planning purposes, asking for a friend.
I don't favor our odds right now.
What's the John Mulaney bit? Do you want me to kill that guy?
Kill that guy
It sounds
for
like he
you.
totally sucks.
Can I give a bid to you
Wait, what?
on a bid, like a justifying another attribute on how I'm going about this?
Okay. If you're talking
was
to me
just-
directly, I don't know if you're talking to Will. So it's like
Wait, I was talking to you directly?
I
Who?
thought you were talking to me.
Oh no, I was talking to Will.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry.
Because I
Go
just
ahead, yeah.
spoke. So.
Oh, I apologize. Since I'm really trying to give him the remembering his glory days and promoting that feeling and that sense of adventure and his lifestyle,
Mhm.
I'm not trying to directly manipulate him. I'm trying to make him reflect and, in that bardic sense of, feel those emotions.
It's still a manipulation, I think.
No worries. All right, just not a 1, guys. Here we go. 1 die. And that is a 9.
That's a success.
I'll take A6. I'll take a success. Probably not enough, but like, not a botch.
We will take not a botch.
He
Yes.
he takes the book and just maybe some time ago I would have run with this, but tonight, these days, not my thing.
I can respect you knowing your purpose.
Well, if you're not going to drink with me, perhaps one of your ladies will. Ladies, share a drink with me?
So unfortunately, I think we actually have to check in to find out tomorrow's assignment and patch up a bit. So, although you're not a reader of the brass thing, do you like trashy romance novels?
I don't read much at all these.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Well, I haven't read much at all these days, but how trash are we talking?
Yes.
I'm gonna grab a small excerpt from the manuscript that I'd been working on that I'd already planned on cutting out because it was a little too much, and just hand it over and say, unpublished, a gift. And it's filthy,
Okay.
just like truly detestable.
Sure.
Book talk? Are we talking book talk?
We're talking like if Book Talk tried to be not Chuck Finley. What's the
Tingle. Chuck
Chuck
Tingle.
Tingle?
Chuck Tingle? Thank you. I got stuck in Bruce Campbell land. Yeah, tried to be Chuck Tingle, but unironically.
I love you for that. Thank you. Thank you for gracing me with this.
Yeah, this is an excerpt from a novel that is being written about a romance between a general and her accountant. And I don't have an excerpt per se, but I did have a working
Death and
title.
Taxes? Is it called Death and Taxes?
No.
It is now.
I was going with the Tingleverse genre idea there originally.
So,
God, this was months ago when I passed this to you.
Pounded
so
by
yeah,
the sword with my own taxes.
under the pen name of Charles Sensation, about
Charles Sensation.
I forget what house it was. It began with an A, and it was one of the military houses. Oh, a House Catholic. Sorry, a House Catholic warrior woman general, working with and rescuing her provincial accountant from mediocrity. And the title was "Embraced by the Loins Very Generally."
Oh,
Radiant looks at you like you can hear her blink. You can hear her blink.
Yeah, there's definitely that like blink moment from Kyrie as well. That like
Everyone's got to have a hobby.
Everyone's gotta have a hobby.
Okay, give me charisma socialize, Beryl.
Oh, this is a good roll for me as well.
Jesus.
All right. Do I get any stunting for having a prop?
Oh yeah, that's a 2-point stunt.
It's a 3.
Very
You
good.
should give 3 points for that.
Okay. Can I get a second nomination for making it a 3-point stunt because he wrote it himself?
I
thought it sounded like it would be an actual good premise and book and title. I was like, oh,
I'd read it.
All right, call it a 3-point stunt then.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude.
On the dice, I only got 2 successes, so that's 3 with the added point from that. So it's not great. Not my best work. I'll spend a willpower to make it 4, though.
Okay.
Thank you.
You said you got 2 on the dice, right?
Yeah, 2 on the dice.
3 points that gets you 2 automatic successes.
Okay, then that makes it a 5.
All right.
With the spent willpower. Okay.
Not bad.
Good job, team.
Not bad. You know, I'll take it. Thank you very much. It's some nice inspiration. And he's gonna look back over at Kyrie and Star and Radiant again. Care to strike while that inspirational iron's hot?
I could offer you a word of advice. And I would actually like to do a thing that sidereals can do.
Okay.
Once again, friendly reminder about that one time I found out I can kill ideas. So I have a thing.
You have a
called
thing?
Ascending Endings Horoscope.
Oh, we're doing horoscopes.
Yes. So the
Excellent.
cost is 1 mote or 3 motes and a 1 willpower. The sidereal rolls strength plus ending's ability, opposing her target's stamina plus ending's ability roll. This costs 1 mote for mortals or 3 motes, 1 willpower for others. Success hastens his end. The cursed character suffers +1 target number on any rolls to avoid or notice danger outside of combat, and on all rolls against poison, disease, and similar physical harms or maladies. Once per session, when he fails such a roll, it counts as a botch, introducing a new complication to his endeavor.
Okay, so that is the second time this week I've heard someone pronounce that word maladies. The word is malady.
Maladies.
A malady.
On phonics just didn't work.
A
for
malady.
me.
But see, here's the thing, though. The other time I heard it was playing Magic, and they played Temple of Malady, and he called it Temple of Malady, which means
Oh God.
I'm only gonna call. That's what I'm gonna be calling that card for the rest of my career as a Magic the Gathering player. It's Temple of Malady.
Malady.
You may just have started this demon's inevitable demise.
I don't know
Oh
what you're
my.
talking about. I'm not proclaiming death on
Okay,
anyone. I'm
so-
100% proclaiming death on someone. Additionally, once per scene, the Sidereal's player may grant a -1 target number to an attack roll, damage roll, or other harmful roll against him. Cursing a character requires a constellation theme interaction with him, and I was going to choose Crushed Butterfly Doom, which is what I had. I have 2. Crushed Butterfly Doom is one of them. It is under the sign of the corpse. And the Sidereal's target ignores advice he sought from her about making a change to his life. She becomes aware when he does so and can use this charm reflexively.
Okay.
That's why she asked if
Okay.
you'd like her advice.
So basically, sorry, what did you say to him again?
She asked if she can offer him advice. If he says yes, I feel like that fulfills the condition of him seeking advice from her. I would argue that, rather, because it's ultimately your call.
Call it high or low.
I'm gonna say hi.
I'll listen to whatever you have to say as long as you keep talking.
Okay, great, fantastic.
That's what, a realm accent?
She looks at him in a way that sort of has a spectral quality to it. Because I'm gonna see if I can stunt this too. I think I can. It's a spectral quality to her as she looks down. Her dark eyes sort of kind of piercing through him, and she says, "You could say that, I suppose. I see that your drinking habit is more than a habit. It feels more like an addiction. My advice to you is to perhaps change your ways as it comes to drinking and indulging in carnal pleasures.
Whoa.
Specifically the way in which you see others
Hey.
of the feminine persuasion."
Hey. Are you gonna let your subordinate talk to me like that? This is towards Cobalt.
Oh, we're gonna get in a fight.
We're gonna get a fight.
It's fine. Fine, we're doing great.
I would not have made it this far if I had not, for a moment, listened or was open to the idea of listening to the suggestions for those of my lessers, whose boots are on the ground, who are not clouded with politics and can give it to me straight.
What, you don't think my boots are on the ground?
I suggested no such thing. However,
this is the reclamation, man. This is it. This is the show. That's ours out there now.
it is the show, but there will be time for celebration after we have succeeded. That is why I offered you that tome. There will be glories for your carnal pursuits beyond what you could even fathom, what my fine poet Beryl put forth into words. That was a sampling, a tasting. You need to open your mind to understand of the experiences that can await versus what you've been enjoying from table scraps of what creation has to offer.
Harry has a hand on her sword and sort of gives Radiant that corner glance of like,
Radiant's
ready.
been reaching for an arrow with like glowing fingertips this whole time.
if you do not listen to what I have to say, I can only tell you that it will bode ill for you.
And he just sort of like looks to you, Kyrie, and then back to you, Cobalt, and then sort of like sizing everyone, like looking at what everyone else is sort of saying. Fuck it. Give me that drink.
I hand it over.
Yeah, it's an addiction. I know it's an addiction. But the alternative is worse. And slams it back. Now, last chance, if neither of you ladies are gonna help me. No? Alright, fine. I'm going to my bunk.
And, Beryl will just reach up with a squiggly hand, pat on the shoulder, even though he's like 10 feet taller than me, and just go, it was nicer than what they said to me. Have a good night, man.
He walks out towards the door that you guys came through, and when he opens it, it's not the stairwell you guys saw. It is an open desert. And closes the door behind him.
Does that count as him not listening to my advice?
It sure does.
Guess he was getting cursed.
Had some good dice on that curse, too.
Sure is.
So do I roll? Do I roll about this? I need to roll, right?
Let me see. Rolls opposing. Oh, they need. It's an opposed roll, so he gets to roll to resist it.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
I just don't know what they mean when they say it's strength plus endings ability for me.
Yep.
But I do not know what endings ability means.
Well, in this case, because it's you did crushed butterfly doom. That is the corpse. Which in this case is medicine.
Okie dokie. So that's +1. Does that, am I gonna, and then strength plus medicine, so that's 4. Does that stunt count at all?
Yeah, I'll give you 2 dice for the stun.
Okay, so that's 6 total.
+1 automatic success. Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be, 6 + 1 automatic success. And then we're gonna hit.
And then it's going to be, again, stamina plus medicine, and I'm guessing that a drunken hyena does not, in fact, have medicine as a practiced skill.
We'll find out.
I could be wrong.
I do have field medicine, but I don't know if that applies here.
No. Nope.
Yeah, so it's 5 successes total for Kyrie.
5 successes?
That's
Yeah.
so real good.
Yeah, you cursed the shit out of him.
Get wrecked, mother. Anyway, so.
Oh my god.
Once per scene, the Sidereus player may grant -1 target to an attack roll, damage roll, or other harmful roll against him. or minus 1 target number. Suffers +1 target number on any rolls to avoid or notice danger outside of combat, and on all rolls against poison, disease, and similar physical harms or maladies. Once per session, when he fails such roll, it counts as a botch, introducing new complications to his endeavor. Okay, cool.
Really sucks he drinks so much.
Yeah, sure does.
Should've.
So, what are you guys
Karma's a
doing?
bitch, and her name's Kyrie.
What are you guys
Anyway.
doing from there?
Hey!
I think I'm gonna check the doors that he went through and open them again and see if it's stairwell or if it's desert.
You go to the door and check it, and it's actually a stairwell going up.
He was down last time, right? This
Sure
is a lower
was.
level. I'm gonna check the other doors and not close those ones yet, and see what the other side looks like.
So, you go to the other door. It's really just the two main doors in here. Like, there's really only like sort of thin curtains between the dining room and the kitchen of this tea house. But you go to the front door and slide it open. And there before you is a city. With black lacquered wooden buildings, clay tile roofs, sitting under a burning green sun.
Oh, that's Malpheus, isn't it?
Sure is. Well, the sun is Ligier.
Yeah.
So, I would like to use my salty. Sorry.
Salty
I'd
dog
like
technique.
to use my salty dog. Oh, sorry. Salty dog technique to know whether or not we have exited She Who Lives in Her Name, or if into Malpheus, or if we are now once again in a thing that looks like another thing, but still in She Who Lives in Her Name.
You are still in She Who Lives in Her Name.
She looks in the city, realizes that it's still She Who Lives in Her Name, and says, God damn it.
So, anybody want to see if they've got a cheap room at an inn in hell and get a night's sleep?
That's still the demon! That's not
All right.
Malpheus!
But at least
Cheap.
you can get some sleep.
Cheap room at an inn inside of a demon? It's not the weirdest sentence I've said this week, but it's up there.
It's not?
I write some
yes.
weird stuff.
Yeah, you do.
While they're having this argument, Kyrie goes over to Cobalt and says, well, Your Highness, do you need assistance with mobility?
I do, yes. Thank
Kyrie
you.
sweeps him up into a princess carry.
Aww.
Cobalt, what's your limit trigger again?
Demons.
I knew it was
Demons are actually not. That's from my intimacy. My limit trigger is being unable or unwilling to help those suffering.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. So
If
Yeah,
you had permission,
that
of
doesn't
course.
apply here.
No, I was getting my limit triggers from like dealing with demons.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun run, guys.
Yeah, she says, with your permission, of course, Your Highness. And the way she says it, it's very clear that this has become a joke for her. Because he's trying to pose as this prince.
If
We gotta run
we're-
with the prince thing now.
Yes.
If we are doing this, we should do it right. But this is still her. A bit of business very quickly. And Cobalt's going to hobble behind the bar and start just dumping everything out, smashing the bottles, throwing it down to the ground, and then just walking out, not even bothering to look back, pulls out a rush and lights the pyre behind them, proceeding into the desert.
City.
Yes,
Yeah, are you going into the city or the desert?
the city.
Okay.
The city.
No, Princess Carrie? Are you going to be stubborn and walk on your
Oh no,
dad's
yes,
legs?
I just had to do
Okay.
the cool guy turn around, fire, not looking thing.
Cool guy turn around. Okay,
Cool
and
guys
there's
don't look at
a background of fire
explosions.
behind you.
Yeah.
Then
I think
Princess
Barrel's going
Carrie
to-
gets taken out.
Yeah, Barrel's going to grab his shirt and put it slightly over his face and just kind of say, "Hey, I don't know if any of these are aerosolized poisons as well when they're burned, so we got to get out of here."
Kyrie strides with very confidently towards the door in the city and says, "My story does not end here. I am not worried."
I don't know that about me, so I'm worried. I book it.
I'm out. Oh,
I
they're
could tell you
hustling.
that's like her words as she fades out. I could tell you if you want.
Ever so slightly, if the fire does start to spread, Kobol's just gonna cock an ear up and listen, feeling if there's a tremor, a shake, maybe in his heart of hearts a scream.
Give me perception occult.
There's this thing on my island called therapy, and it does wonders. So
I will spend the one willpower just because this would mean the world for them to actually be able to achieve it. Because I'm still rocking huge negatives. Is she a creature of darkness?
Who? She who lives in her name? Yeah, she is like the darkest creature of darkness.
Well, I'm just.
The only
I never
creature,
want to assume specialties get added.
The only creature darker than her is the Ebon Dragon, who is referred to as the shadow of all things. And that's only in the most literal sense.
Fair. Because I'm specifically out trying to spite her, does my defining intimacy of hatred of creatures of darkness apply?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Oh lord.
Burn down your tea house.
All right. Well, that is
Sucked.
1, 10, a 7, a 9. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and with the willpower 6. 6 successes.
6 successes. You don't hear a scream. There's no roar of anger either. There's a moment as you're walking away, you're not sure if you could have been mistaken. It could have been sort of random things sort of igniting and popping open. But it almost sounded like a chuckle.
oh man,
Congratulations, made or mad. Oh, I'm not even mad. You and
Can I go above defining whole ass personality?
Oh my god.
Oh, posture check. Do I not have a posture check in the thing? I thought I did.
Oh yeah, mine's terrible. Thank you.
I was gremlin sitting.
Yeah.
I realized.
Rack.
I think I was leaning forward. I don't know. I'll find out.
I always sit on my ankles because I'm weird and I can't sit normal.
Neurodivergence check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you guys walk through the city, there is one thing that you do notice: a lack of people, but also not much in the way of demons either.
Just a lack of folks.
Yeah, not a lot of people walking around. Not a lot of entities. You do see a blood ape here, and a Neoma there, but
I hate bloody. That sucks. It's over.
Me too. I was like, what? Okay.
oh, there's a picture of that one in the core book.
It's bad. It's bad. So
Thank you.
bad.
But yeah, you guys can find an inn. It's actually completely abandoned. Doesn't even seem to be an innkeeper in there.
I suggest that we probably take shift.
Agreed.
As you guys are going to try to go upstairs to claim a room.
Yeah.
As you guys get to the stairs, you hear a sound approaching, kind of like thunder.
Oh man.
But it's accompanied by the words, sorry. As an ultrasec. Which the best way to describe these things is, you know that the meme of biblically accurate angels being like sort of a series of wheels with eyes on
Yeah,
them? Imagine that minus the eyes. Those wheels are made of stone, and there's sort of this burning ball of fire in the center.
Biblically accurate demon.
Yes.
Okay.
It does not move by flying. It rolls. It uses those wheels mechanically.
Fuck you, God.
Kind of, yeah. So
and because it's just a rolling apology, it's a Canadian demon.
It's like,
it's from Alberta.
and it actually crashes through the wall. You guys went through the door of this thing, another like sort of sliding, realm style, Japanese style sort of sliding door. You guys went through that and closed it behind you. This guy crashed through it like the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah.
Just boom! Except instead of oh yeah, it's a sorry.
Oh, buddy.
Comes to a screeching halt at the desk, and it starts saying,
I may.
Yes.
Like moments before he crashes through the door, Kyrie's gonna just step to the left with Cobalt. Just very uncannily.
Valid.
For flavor.
It goes crashing through the you bring him to the side. Them to the side. It goes crashing through, and then comes to a screeching halt behind the on the counter, and says like, "Hello, welcome to the inn. Do you need a room?"
Oh.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes. Yes, please. Sorry that we just barged in. We did not think anyone was here.
Oh, very few people, very few demons are. But I have to keep an eye on several other locations. As is.
Do you have a room befitting a prince of the Green Sun?
And
kind of a panic set.
the flame at the center of this altar sec shifts from this like bright orange to it actually goes like small, pale, and bluish white. Hey, Prince.
Indeed. My liege lord seeks a place to stay.
You suck. You suck.
Kyrie's just laying it on as thick as possible.
That's so
Kyrie,
fucking good.
I would like you to roll manipulation socialize.
Oh my god.
What's funny about this is that she doesn't have any manipulation. She's like she has one manipulation.
Yeah.
And then socialize. She has nothing.
Girly pop.
I will give you
do
two dice for the stunt because
Well,
of how you initiated this.
I was gonna say I have something called influence in my merits. Can I use that?
Depends on what group it's with, because isn't influence guild specific? Yeah.
Not necessarily guild specific, but let me look it up real quick.
I don't have that specificity in there. Just know I have influence and I have 2 in that for merits.
Let me see.
Boy.
Oh, wasn't that was for your nickname? You had a nickname on the battlefield or something, right? You said you have 2?
Yes, I have 2.
2 dots describes a figure of some pull in the city-state or satrapy where he resides. A politically connected magistrate, a shipping magnate, a mercenary company leader, or with an important contract.
So then, but that would be in the mortal realm. It wouldn't be here, right?
Right.
So, okay, so I wouldn't have that there.
Yeah, it's sort of like the face of that dynast that I ate the heart of was a minor liege lord.
There's another thing I can do. I just gotta read what it does. Give me a second. I got stuff. I have a lot of stuff, okay? That's the problem with being a sidereal. You have a lot of stuff, and you have to read the whole card. Because if you don't...
That's the problem with being an Exalted, is you have a lot of stuff. Every Exalted has
Also true.
such stuff.
I mean, Kyrie's coming online this game.
Yeah.
A little bit. Just a little bit. It's called... I have this thing called Until Hope's End. But I think it's connected to my intimacies, so it might not work here.
Well, it's...
I wanted to read it to see if it did anything. It says it's page 305.
Okay.
The book. Until Hope's End. There it is. Integrity 1, Essence 1. It's permanent.
Oh.
It does. It only applies to my intimacies.
Hopeful intimacies increase her resolve bonus by 1. Once per day, she can lower the willpower cost to resist an inspire roll to create despair by 1, while acting in accordance with a hopeful. So it's sort of is your
doesn't quite
hope
work the way I thought it did. Yeah. That's what I wanted to make sure of, because I was like, wait, can I use that? No, I cannot. Okay. That was the only thing. So I guess I just have 1 dice.
Yep. Well, I give you 2 dice for the stun, so 3.
So 3 dice total. 3. No auto successes on this one. 1, 2, 3. Cast the dice. 1 success. I think it's pretty good for 3s. Or 3 dice.
Oh yes, which one?
Is there one that you recommend? We're new to this area.
Oh no, which prince?
Ah. You mean you do not recognize him?
Okay.
It is the form. It is the form. It is unfamiliar to you. Truly, that is what it is.
The older sect looks between all 4 of you.
Kyrie looks to Beryl for help.
Sorry, pronouns are weird. I still don't get the whole pronoun thing for amongst mortals.
Right.
So I don't know which one of you is supposed to be a he.
That is reasonable. In my language, we don't have those. We are recently what is it? Infernal?
Infernal,
right?
Yes.
We are
Infernal
recent. We are recent Infernals, and this is Prince Burning. Burning Sun. So we are also new to many of the customs of this area.
You're a coven?
Yes.
They just give a nod. Yes.
Beryl, are you still beast manning?
I hadn't man-fleshed back yet.
Was that bad for me to say? Did I do bad? She was rolling with the punches because she don't know shit. Neither does.
And I will interrupt by just saying, not all of us. I am but a mere servant, and if I may step in for my betters and speak on their behalf so they don't have to strain themselves with the effort.
Harry nods like, please. Please.
There is, as you know, a war on and a lot of recent movement, as I'm interpreting from what the Hyena Man was saying. So, at the moment, the fortuitousness of 3-second breaths in a short period is a tide-turning event, but unfortunately, there's injuries in the process, so we have to rest to be able to serve ourselves well in the coming dawn.
Go ahead and roll.
Or should I say, yeah.
Roll manipulation, socialize.
Oh yeah, this is all the stuff that I'm good at. Flat roll or
We should have started with you.
2 dice for the stun.
okay. I'll take a willpower back. I don't mind.
No, not 2
Alright.
point, just 2 dice. It's a
Okay.
1 point stun.
Got it. Never mind. Then yes, I will undo that and put that away. Oh, okay. Button. There we go. Okay. So, okay, that's a 10 and a 9. I'll burn a second willpower there and make that 4 successes then, because that's a bold lie to make.
Sure is.
But then again, the appearance of me as a mutated cuttlefish man would certainly make me appear to be a beastman humble servant of others.
Right.
At the very least,
just a little
I'm
guy.
acting the part well. Yeah, I'm just a little guy. Just a little, 5 foot nothing squiggly man.
Fanfic author.
See, this one I don't have to interpolate any try to convert anything from second edition. This one just has a stat block. And how many successes did you say you got?
4.
4?
Yeah.
Does it have any? It actually doesn't have any intimacies. You all must be exhausted then. Please, yes, any room, they're all open. By all means, go head on up, take your pick.
Much
I'll give
appreciated.
like a soldier's bow. Yeah.
I will
Kyrie
convey.
will do her best. She's holding
Yeah.
Cobalt, so
Fair,
I
yeah.
flop
yeah.
in pain.
Flops.
Just straight up weekend at Bernie's and Cobalt over here.
He's doing his best.
Let's see. Yes.
So
So I will convey your hospitality to my betters.
I appreciate that. And
Harry starts going up the stairs.
yeah, you guys can, like you said, like the stone and muscle fire circle said. Pick whatever room you like.
The nice one.
Yeah, sure.
Kyrie will find the nicest room because Prince or whatever.
Yeah, there isn't this is not like a particularly fancy inn. It's like, but you do find one that has like 3 beds to it, and
Kyrie unceremoniously, she doesn't drop him because that would be mean, but she does lay Cobalt on one of the beds, and then shakes out her arms.
Yep.
That was a long time. But yeah,
The room does have a tapestry in it. It's seemingly an abstract. It looks like it looks like a fractal.
Oh. Is there
Perception lore to kind of interpret.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll it.
If this game
I got-
taught us anything, we love tapestries.
Yeah, I got a single success on 4 dice, so that's not great.
So as you
It's
stare, as you stare at this tapestry, and you look at the incredibly intricate needlework of this tapestry, you start to sort of zone out and get lost. Yeah, a bit like that. Because you did roll a success, you zone out for a few minutes, and it's not until someone, basically, you're gonna keep zoning out until someone talks to you and gets your attention, snaps you out of it.
I full ray in front of the statue of Vigo.
Pretty
Or painting
much,
of Vigo.
yeah.
Yeah.
There is a feeling that comes with this zoning out, though. It is a feeling of knowing your exact place in things, in the grand scheme of things. And
Oh.
yes,
No, just huh.
it is simultaneously unnerving, knowing how many things are greater than you and lesser than you. But there's also a weird sense of comfort to it. Of like, I don't need to be anything more than this. This is where I am. And this is where I'm going to be. I don't need to worry about moving forward or moving backward. This is me.
There'd be some nice certainty right now, yeah.
I was gonna say, can I have that?
Shoulder.
Yep.
You seem to be
Hi.
lost in thought.
Don't look at that too long. It's kind of a snare. But leave it alone. It isn't going to hurt you unless you stare directly into its heart.
Can we touch it? Move it?
Not a bad idea. Think maybe I'll just like fold it up and like tuck it into itself so that it's, you know.
Don't look at us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think we take some downtime to heal because
That seems like the plan.
Yeah.
And
Oof damage.
Oof damage.
So I know that some people in the group needed to be out kind of early tonight, so I think we're gonna call it there for this session. I know it's kind of an abbreviated episode, but it's a good place for us to leave off, and a good opportunity and good chance for us to get do experience points, because that'll take a few minutes as well, and give us plenty of time for outros and all that. So everybody take 5 regular experience points for showing up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and who played up some intimacies this time around?
I want to say that Cobalt did with the playing up the intimacy against the she who lives in her name. Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
That should count.
I
Absolutely.
had to try.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Yeah. So Cobalt, go ahead and take 2 solar XP for that. Anybody else?
Justice is unbiased and patient with the cursing of Orbit.
Yep. That's that was good. Go ahead and take 2 sidereal experience for that.
Yay!
That one doesn't count. Yeah.
I think I didn't really do.
Yeah, I have an intimacy towards first stage artwork, but I think staring at it doesn't do anything.
And that wasn't really first age artwork. That was demon artwork.
Oh, okay.
It's
fair enough. Oh, so I could have burned the tapestry without consequences. Damn.
Oh, no. I wouldn't go that far.
Oh.
But
Fair. Not personal consequences on my intimacies and my
Right.
limit breaks.
yes. Okay, yeah. And
I didn't deal a significant cultural or story goal thing, so.
I don't know. I think you matching the cultural vibes of the tea house should count.
Yeah.
You also played up being an attaché of a Green Sun prince and filled that role to keep the ruse going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I won't fight that. So is that 2 as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey.
What are Radiance intimacies?
My loved one's getting hurt. Like keeping my loved ones safe. Hang on, let me see. Oh, that was my limit break. I'm sorry. My intimacies are my wife, making it back home, hatred for traitors, excellence is its own reward, and my troop. So, I mean, besides my innate frustration at being stuck, even when we saw the city, I don't think so.
I will say that played into it. You're basically the fact that you were like you wanting to get home. That counts.
Okay.
Like expressing your frustration that like it's basically you see a door and you have that like Martha, I'm coming home, baby. I'm still at the back of the fucking building.
Is this Backrooms the game?
Oh my god, we're in the backrooms, guys.
Hilarious.
Alright, let's go in the background.
That would be she who lives in her name. She would be the backrooms.
You're gonna get all the weird core people.
All right, so yeah, I'll give you the 2 solar experience for that one.
Okay. Thanks.
What about roll bonus? Cobalt, did you do some nerd shit this time?
I found out all about a second circle demon
Yep.
and his sweet ass bone ship.
That's what he calls
And
it
red-
too. Ayo.
You know what I mean.
Does it have the Jeff Goldblum fireworks button? Because you were
I was gonna say.
not quite clear on if he was a womanizer or not.
If he is, he's gonna meet a terrible, horrible end. Such a shame. Oh no.
Shame.
How could this have happened?
Radiant, sadly there were Radiant, sadly there were no butts to kick this time. So
no ass kicking, unfortunately.
So not much we could do on for Doncast stuff. Beryl.
That is okay.
I did not.
This was your
inflict
episode,
significant
baby.
Setback,
Yeah.
or defeat an adversary by influencing them or those around them, or exploit a cultural tradition or legal system to support a major or defining intimacy. So, not this time.
You exploited a cultural tradition with the
Yeah.
fucking tea house and the Green Prince thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't that the 2 points that I just got already?
Oh, I thought that was
No,
for
yeah.
I thought that was for
Was
your
it?
intimacy.
Oh.
No, because we were doing the intimacies first.
My mind. Yeah, I think I skipped that because I don't have like my only major intimacy is on creation right now, and
Okay.
then a negative one with House Catholic. I ate somebody's heart. They're mad about it, and then
Like you
One
do.
time.
The whole thing.
yeah, a defining one with first stage artwork, and then I've got minor intimacies with Cobalt and Radiant Star. Kyrie, we're not that close yet. We'll get there.
All right, so yeah, I guess you already get
so just
gained the 2.
that.
Yeah.
I want to give a suggestion for him with his intimacies, actually. Since we learned that the recalibration is happening, and he is calm, cool, and collected and playing along, us getting any information about whatever this recalibration is happening,
Reclamation.
will reclamate it. You know why that word's stuck in my head.
Yeah.
With the reclamation going on, him doing everything to support the facade for us to gain information will directly help us in trying to prevent harm.
Okay, so like spy against the reclamation war would be the intimacy then?
Oh, well,
What
I
do you
mean, it's
think?
like a valid threat to creation itself. That was just
Yeah, that's
my...
Yeah, that's fair. Well, we'll sort it later. I know we're almost out of time.
Kyrie, did you advance your circle's goal by killing powerful enemies, bring long-standing problems to decisive conclusion, save others from mortal peril or organizations from ruin, defeat powerful undead or necromancers, or undo their baleful magics?
Drinking poison, I would say, is mortal peril, and you prevented an
You did
ally
do
from
that,
doing
yeah.
that.
I did prevent you from drinking poison. That's true.
Poison. The poison
We'll
for
have 1
Cobalt.
HP, and I was like, maybe we don't do this.
The poison for Cobalt.
Hey, Hey.
Thank you, Kyrie. Sincerely, thank you.
never enter a battle of wits with a Venetian when death is on the line.
Would have been the iocane powder. Like, you would have started laughing, fallen over. We were like, oh.
So yeah, go ahead and take 2 side early experience for that. Last but certainly not least, learning curve. Give me your predictions.
So, Reclamation Bro, it wasn't a war on one front that we were going towards. There's a full-scale invasion going on, and the forces we were sent on were trying to head this off. Based on what we're going, the fact that we got there by sailing, I think that it's likely we were going towards the elemental pole of water for 7 days and 7 nights. I could be wrong. But I think that's about maybe where the story took off before we got displaced, and it was us trying to take the fight to them.
Okay.
I think the way that Barrel's thinking about it is because lunars are all about tides and balance. So you get around problems by adapting to one thing, but then you have to switch back after. So the theory that he's running with right now is maybe the reason they got sucked into this, alternate dimension is because we were transposed with exalts of a different caliber. So maybe infernals took our places by swapping through a ritual so that they were already in an advantageous position
Okay.
to be able to cause grief. And that's why, A, we don't know about them. But then, B, we now are aware that we need to get back or cause all manner of havoc to interrupt things while we're here.
Okay. Anyone else?
I think it's like Radiant just has the thought that there keeps being rooms that are trying to keep us complacent, and obvious, like, to her, it's pretty obvious that those wouldn't be for the demons that are running around in here. So her thought is, where are the other? Because she knows, like we know, as mentioned by the second Spada Azul. I forgot what her name was. The Immaculate Punk.
Yeah.
That other exalts would be here. So, like, her thought is, where are they? And are they being trapped in these other rooms because they're like hypnotized into thinking they're in creation?
Okay. Anyone else?
Kyrie just got here, so she's working with limited amounts of information.
It's also learning curve is also you as a player. It's not necessarily what the character thinks. It's your personal ideas about the game as well.
I just like sharing it from Kyrie's perspective.
Oh, sure. Sorry.
So, because I remember that we talked about souls, talked about reclamation, and I think that the thought process is, what if there's some kind of invasion happening what if something's wrong? Like, why are souls being sent straight to this place? Mm-hmm. Is the question.
Okay.
And what are demons trying to reclaim? So who's invading if the demons are the good guys in this situation, if you will? Like, who is the enemy here? She would be thinking from a general standpoint of trying to figure out who all the parties in the battle are. So so I think the conclusion is, who's the real enemy?
Okay.
In this learning curve.
All right. Giuseppe and Cerci, take a point.
Who?
Giuseppe and Cerci, take a point.
Okay.
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 All right. And with that, I will let my players give their outros so that we can, and I will find somebody for us to raid. We're gonna go the other way this time. So we're gonna start with Vixie.
Oh, that's me. Hey, everybody. My name is Vixie Bell. I've been your friendly neighborhood player at Radio Free Will's table. Thank you for having me. And you can find me everywhere on the worldwide interweb at Vixie Bell or over at the Pocket Dragon Pub, another channel here on Twitch where we run and play AP games. We just finished our Pride Month, and we are getting ready to do a Pocket Dragon Pub retrospective because July 31st is the Pocket Dragon Pub's birthday. So we turned 3 on that day, and in celebration we'll be showcasing some of our best APs this month. So feel free to check out our channel there, or you can find us on YouTube for that. You can also find me over at Gen Con, and we are doing a whole lot for Gen Con. You can find me personally in several different areas. I'll be running games for MythWorks Publishing and Monty Cook Games, so be sure to look for my name. I'll be running It's Only Magic and The Wild Sea, 2 of my favorite games that I've played this year. And yeah, the other places you can find me are at the Pocket Dragon Pub's events. We have 2 actual plays, a Candela Obscura actual play for the Circle of Wires and Whispers, and a Magnus Archives actual play. If you're not familiar with the Magnus Archives podcast, this is an TTRPG by Monty Cook Games that is based on that podcast. We are 2 episodes into the prequel. Episode 3 is next week, and we will be finishing it live at Gen Con, so be sure to buy your tickets. They are still on sale, and we do have a huge room, so there's still plenty of space left for that game as well. And last but not least, I will be hosting a panel called Tabletop Rainbow, which is all about encouraging diversity and inclusivity and creating a safe table for everyone, because everyone deserves a seat at the table. So that's everything that I have going on this month. Hopefully in September I will finally get a break and a rest, but we'll see how that plays out. Yeah. And I guess I will popcorn it to the next person. I'm going to popcorn it over there to Modern Artifice. Yeah, the person who's muted.
Oh, thank you. I
You're
was so
welcome.
overjoyed. Hi, Giuseppe, Modern Artifice everywhere on the interwebs. We're currently at the Midsummer Ren Fair in Ansonia for this upcoming next weekend. 3 days. Check it out. After that, we are going to be at Kineticon, as well as the Naugatuck Pride Fest that we got invited to. Dice, tabletop gaming accessories, wonderful crocheted bags made by someone who also plays this game, who will speak about them later. Other than that, still doing the Take This mental health awareness dice, which raises money for takethis.org. A wonderful organization, promotes like mental health in the gaming space. And also for July, I have partnered with StackUp, and they raise money for veterans in the gaming space as a form of rehabilitation. And for all the content creators of that organization, I've made some gemstone dice that are going to the best performers of that. It's sort of a team up with us and them, just promoting, just being able to support veterans who really want to reintegrate back into society, that have suffered tremendous amounts of PTSD, just mental health issues, and just trying to give back to them in any way that I can. So I don't get anything from this. It's all goes directly to them, but just check it out. And I will popcorn it over to Beryl.
Alrighty, I feel like going after that with all little that I have to say is, going to showcase a lot of the things I need to be working on more. But I am
You
Dylan
and me both,
Baird,
homie.
or the Bardic Geek. Yeah. Or the Bardic Geek. I can be found at Bardic Geek on a lot of places, but half of them are now I can be on Blue Sky at barelytrying.games, and that is also the website of mine. where I am gradually and occasionally uploading stuff about that time I got reincarnated, the TTRPG, which is a percentile roll under system that I've written about 200 pages for since April 8th. So it's been a bit of a hyperfixation. But beyond that, I'm playtesting it this summer. Summer is also when I am most frequently stepdadding, so I am doing a lot less other than work and games than I usually do. So that's about it for me, and I will pass it over to Aster Hollow.
Hi everybody, I'm Cerci, aka Aster Hollow on pretty much everywhere. I work with Modern Artifice at cons and help make content for them, but I also do make my own things like little recycled cranium rats. Can you see him? I just finished him today. He's beautiful. Anyway, yes, I work on recycled arts and things for nature by nature. And yeah, I again Aster Hollow on everything, and here on Radio Free Will on Thursdays.
And I'm Radio Free Will. Thanks for being here, everybody. We are going to go raid over to Singularity Roleplay. I am actually not following them yet myself. I was on Twitch, and they seem to be running a non-Dungeons & Dragons tabletop role-playing game right now, and they're another channel that is dedicated to BIPOC and LGBTQIA inclusivity, so they are some good folks to raid and follow. So that's what we're going to do right now. Give them a follow when you get there. Tell them we sent you. Say hi in chat. Do all the things that help the algorithm, because these are some good folks that need all the algorithm hype they can get. But until next session, everybody, thanks for being here, and no gods, no masters, only moderators. Night, everybody.
Night, night.
And we have raided.
On their 4th episode.
Nice.
So,
I'll follow them.
Yeah.
hmm,
Yeah, let's
Jeffy
just
Taylor
shock
was
them
the
all
third
with lots of buttons.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna give lots of comments.
I've got the tab muted, so.
Same.
So.
In order to make sure that the locket could continue to exist, I would have to try